Laurence Cooke is the CEO and co-founder of nanoPay. Joins us here in studio. Thanks for coming in. This is an exciting new project. What exactly is MintChip?
So MintChip we acquired from the Royal Canadian Mint. It was their brainchild. It was developed by a guy called David Everett, who was really the starter in digital cash or electronic money.
Okay.
So he's been at this many, many years. And the brainchild was that cash is going to disappear and be replaced by digital cash. And there are many benefits of digital cash over cash, but there are also benefits of digital cash over other payment forms.
And what your app allows is for me to send you money after we split the bill at a restaurant. Some merchants I can pay with it. Make the case. Why should I download this thing and start to use it, and where would I end up using it?
Yeah, so first, it's not just an app. We've actually built the whole ecosystem.
Yeah.
The app is just what the consumer sees, and the app is just to demonstrate what we're capable of. It really is a platform, and we hope that other companies will build on that platform, including banks. And we are partnering with banks at the moment. In particular, RBC is doing a proof of concept at the moment. They've used our API to build their own, to build the technology into their mobile banking app. So you can use MintChip within RBC's mobile banking app in the near future.
Because that's one of the neat things here is that it is digital currency, but it is linked to my bank account. How does that relationship between whatever the digital currency is and Canadian dollar currency work?
Yeah, so it is all Canadian dollars. MintChip is designed to be fiat currency only. It's not a cryptocurrency. It is not an alternative currency. It's designed to be bank and central bank friendly. So it is just another representation of your Canadian dollars, and it is just digital, which means you can move it faster, cheaper, and better.
You bought the sort of concept and the whole thing wholesale from the Royal Bank, or the Royal Bank, from the Royal Mint. What was that process like? How did that come together?
Well, it was a long process, and because it was a federal crown corporation, they had to make sure that they went through due process, and there was a bidding process. There were 3 stages. We won each of the 3 stages, and eventually got to own all of the technology.
But was it developed at the Mint as just part of R&D, or were they hoping that, or they expecting this is sort of the way things will go, and that they'd end up using it at the Mint itself?
They developed it all the way through to something that was commercial and working, so I think they fully intended to launch it. I don't think it was within the Royal Canadian Mint's mandate, and I guess they got to a point in the road where they had to make a decision, and the decision was to sell the technology, and that was all for our benefit.
You know, you hear people, I remember people saying, oh, these ATM cards, I won't use them. And then the debit cards, buying it at Tim Hortons, they wouldn't do it because it took too long. Now the touch and tap and pay business. What has the pickup on this been like? Because this really does feel like sort of the next step here, isn't it?
Yeah, so the exciting thing is that all of the existing ecosystems are based on banking systems, and banking systems are designed to be batch processes. And now we've got these millennials that want instant gratification. Yeah. They want everything in real time.
Pesky millennials.
Yeah, and doing a real-time payment on a batch system is very difficult.
Yeah.
But we've already got this existing system called cash that works very well, and it only interfaces with banking in 2 places, in withdrawal and in deposit. The consumers are doing the withdrawals, and the merchants are doing the deposits. So it's pretty simple. For most people, it's only one interaction between cash and the banking system. And all we've done is digitize that. So now we can do things much cheaper, much quicker, and much more securely.
And how many people can you tell us how many people?
Yeah, so I'll give you some sort of indication number. We're running this trial in Liberty Village. We've got 15 merchants on board. We were hoping that we would get...
Liberty Village being a neighborhood here in Toronto.
Correct.
Yeah.
And we were hoping that we would get 500 customers by the end of the 3 months, and we went over 1,000 in the first 2 hours.
In the first 2 hours?
Yes.
My goodness.
Yeah, so it's gone extremely well. We also thought that most people would put in a small amount of money. We thought maybe $5 or $10, and the average is well above $50. So people are putting real money into it and using it a lot.
And do they use it more to pay for a transaction or to send each other money after sort of, or whatever?
So because it's available nationally in a P2P thing, it's being used more for that.
Yeah.
And there are only 15 retailers that can use it at the moment. But the retailers, so it's being used much more in P2P than it is in retail. I think in the fullness of time that'll change. So we've done a deal with Ingenico, who's the biggest manufacturer of payment terminals in Canada. They have over 80% market share, and they've embedded the MintChip software onto those same payment terminals that you use for your credit card or debit card. So
is that the trick though? Like, do you need to get in and make a deal with like Interac rather than the individual banks?
Yeah, so we know Interact well, and they're good guys, and they're providing a good service. I think what we're doing is fundamentally different.
Yeah,
and
but like
significantly
they seem to be the intro to a lot of those merchants. If you can get with them, then.
Yeah, so we've been working directly with the banks and directly with the merchants. Even Interact has to go through a merchant acquirer when they go to a merchant. So we're working with the merchant acquirers and we're working with the banks.
This is fascinating stuff. I'll be interested to see where it goes from here. Thanks a lot for coming in.
Thanks for having me.
All right.